Hello there, and welcome to another episode. You're hanging with Mr. Haywood right now, and from Haywood's Pool and Spa. Haywood's Pool and Spa Service, located in the greater Antelope Valley area. If you're ever in need of spa, pool, care, and or treatment, if you need a pump changed out, filters replaced, installation of a heater, installation of a salt cell, please drop us a dime. Call us at area code 323-781-6329. That's area code 323-781-6329. All right. And make sure you ask to speak to Mr. Haywood, the pool spa service professional. All right. With that being said, boom. Guys, have y'all been checking out the education series? Man, it's hot. Education series. Right, we got a little series, a playlist. So far, we're up to video number 9. Today, we're going to talk about video number 9. All right. So make sure that you go back in the series, and whether you're looking for backwash valves, whether you're looking for different types of filters, okay, as it pertains to pool and spa, go through our series and check out what we're doing. We got some great things happening over there, and man, if nothing else, you'll be informed. Very informational. Okay. Make sure that as you're coming through the door, you give a thumbs up. You like, and or subscribe, y'all. I need it. It's very imperative that you do that to help us out, help the folks over here at Haywood's and Pool and Spa to propel us to number 1, to the top of the list. It's all about algorithms, okay? Views and watch hours and all of those stuff. But in the meantime, you don't got to worry about none of that. All you got to do is like it. Even if you don't watch the whole video, subscribe so that you get that you get the video. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Otherwise, the videos will come out and you won't be notified. Okay. Share. It's the best form of love. And this type of platform is to share with other people information that you found that you loved and some information that you really didn't care about. Just share it. There's always somebody else that likes and that needs this information. Sharing is caring. All right. So with that being said, all right, we're going to go ahead and jump into today's topic. I didn't see the notification go out, but you know what? Those of you guys, you'll catch it. If there's something I'm not doing when I'm setting up this video, I got to remember to hit that notification bell. But in the meantime, we're here. All right, I'm here. Haywood is here. And give me 1 second. Okay, something popped up on the screen. I wanted to check it out. Okay, because I'm still new to this, y'all. I'm new to this. The next thing I need to figure out how to do is the screen share. That's what I got to learn how to do. I got to learn how to screen share. All right. Okay, so real quick, I want to go ahead and I want to start a Q&A. We're going to start a Q&A. So we're going to select this at what point should you backwash your filters? And specifically your sand or DE filter. Is that right? Okay, we're going to go ahead and start that out. We're going to push that question Q&A out. Let that Q&A sit out there. And that's the question that's out there. All right. So the viewer can see it. All right. So we got a little question and answer going out there. We're going to engage the audience. We're going to, like I said, get used to talking to the audience and just trying to engage, y'all. I'm just trying to do something different. With each video, we're going to step our game up. Okay, so we can answer your questions live. Remember, we can answer your questions on the live stream and on the live chat. All messages are viewable. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, and check that out, man. I just discovered a emoji screen. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, so it is what it is. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and jump into this thing. I'm gonna push out an emoji right here. Push that emoji. Yeah, we're gonna push it out. Just like I said, we just search emoji. There's people. YouTube, nature, food, travel, activities, objects. Okay, yeah, because the next thing I need to learn how to do, y'all, is share my screen. Engage the audience. This is add reactions. Okay, we did that. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, y'all. Let's get into this article. In this article, we're going to talk about a new view on when to backwash. So the question that I put out there in the chat was, at what point should you backwash your sand or DE filter? Okay, and that's very important as we're knowing when to backwash. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to that question, but let's tap into this. A new view on when to backwash. With variable speed technology as a factor, the industry may need to rethink its approach to backwashing. That's the title of this article, y'all. All right. The article was updated for the 2018. Okay, so here it goes. For decades, pool professionals have learned to backwash or clean the filter when the pressure reading. See, I hope somebody told me that in the chat, but it's okay. So it's coming up right here at the first paragraph. All right, so let's dive in it. Many pool professionals have learned to backwash or clean the filter when the pressure reading increases by 10% above the starting or clean pressure. Okay. That's general thumb, 8 to 10 psi. I go to number 10, but in the literature, as far as education, when you're coming through the class, it tells you 8 to 10 psi above starting or clean pressure. Now, if you don't know what those pressures are, let's say you obtain a new client, okay, you go back there and let's just say maybe whoever was servicing the pool before had a memory of an elephant or kept a notepad where they never remembered anything or never really where they kept all their notes to themselves. How do you know what starting pressure is or what a clean filter is? So basically what you would do is just make sure the filters are clean, make sure there's no obstructions, right? Strainer basket, pump basket, all that stuff is clean. There's no restrictions on the ports coming back into the pool or the ones coming out of the pool. Then what you do is you put your new filters on, turn it on. So even if it started at 10, make a mark. Okay, that'll put an S on it. That'll be your starting pressure. So then you put another mark at 10. So let's say it started at 15. Well, at 10, it'll be 25, right? Then make another mark at 25. And that's when your gauge reaches that 25 or beyond, that's when it's time to backwash that filter. Okay, that's a simple rule of thumb. But again, it's not so simple if you didn't know that, right? It's all in the literature. It keeps coming up time and time again. So it's something that stuck with me, all right? The growing use of variable speed pump technology requires a change in this long understood rule. So variable pump changes things. Okay, let's see what they're talking about. From an energy point of view, think about this. Increased pressure in the filter adds resistance to the system. Increased pressure in the filter adds resistance to the system. A 10 psi increase in the filter, say from 12 to 22 psi, adds 23.1 feet ahead to the system. Higher resistance requires the pump to consume more energy. More energy is a higher electricity bill. If you was just things that make you say, okay. In fact, it would take an additional 200 watts to maintain 60 GPM with a 5 psi increase in pressure, and an additional 500 watts with a 10 psi increase in pressure. So what does an additional 500 watts mean in dollars? Let's look at this formula. 0.5 kilowatts times 0.15 kilowatt hours times 12 hours per day times 365 days a year equals $328 a year. With commercial systems using 15 horsepower and 20 horsepower pumps, this can mean a lot of freaking money, okay? Keep that in mind. With the single-speed pump, this could mean that the excess filter pressure causes the pump to fail or to fall well below the required turnover rate. With a variable speed pump set at one speed, the 10 psi increase could mean that the excess pressure puts the pump at a flow rate that does not satisfy a minimum flow rate for other system components like a heater, salt cell, which is a salt chlorine generator, leading to a cold pool, a green pool, or an unhappy pool owner. Cold pool, you ain't got enough water pushing through that heat exchanger to make the exchange. Green pool, you ain't filtering the pool, so the pool's turning icky, and the algae is increasing. Or an unhappy pool owner. Why? Because my pool is never sparkling clean like I see the other guys, or the stuff that I see on TV. Okay, so you got to keep all that in mind. All right. The speed of the water leaving the peripheral edge of the impeller is what creates pressure in the pump. When the speed of the pump is cut in half, the pump can only create 1/4 as much pressure. The infinity law states this: speed is directly proportional to pressure started. I didn't say that right. Let me say it again. Speed is directly proportional to pressure squared. At lower speeds, the pump curve gets flatter. This means that a high-speed pump curve looks like a medium or low head pump curve at lower speeds. So a small increase in pressure translates into a larger decrease in flow at lower pump speeds. That's both good and bad on a practical level. It's good because function loss or resistance in the swimming pool also decreases according to the infinity law. Okay. If we decrease the flow in the pipe by half, friction loss or resistance decreases to 1/4. As an example, let's say we had a pump running at 60 GPM and it decreased the flow to 30 GPM. At 60 GPM, let's say the filter pressure was 28 psi. At 30, the filter would read that the system is at 1/4 of the pressure or resistance of 7 psi, almost a third. Here's the bad news and an example of why we can't use the 10 psi number anymore. And remember, in the article, it says that we have to rethink, the way this stuff is done. Okay. But here's why we can't use that PSI number anymore. At 60 GPM, a 10 PSI increase in filter pressure caused by an increased dirt load in the filter, meaning it's working properly, would take the system from 28 to 38 PSI. That would be a 36% increase in pressure. At 30 GPM, a 10 PSI increase in pressure from 7 to 17 before backwashing or cleaning would be a 142% increase in pressure, and that could lead to a no-flow situation. No flow is a no-go, okay? Hope you're keeping up. Hope y'all keeping up. Using the old rule of thumb and adjusting it to the lower flow rates and flatter curve characteristics would tell us that at 30 GPM, the filter should be backwashed, cleaned before a 2 psi increases occur. This could keep us away from the green pool, a no-flow situation. Okay. Enter variable speed technology. Both commercial and residential pools can realize huge electrical savings. running the pump at a lower speed when the filter is clean. This can be done without the chance of reaching a no-flow condition. This is how it works. A flow meter can feed information to variable frequency drive, which in turn increases or decreases the speed of the pump to maintain a chosen flow rate throughout the filtration cycle. Let me say that again. By adding a flow meter, okay, the flow meter can feed information to a variable frequency driver. So you got a variable speed pump. The variable speed pump has to be connected to some type of variable speed drive that has the ability to take in information that's being gathered by that flow meter. Thus, the flow meter is going to tell you, okay, the flow meter will, again, as the filter gets dirtier, the flow changes. The pressure in the system will increase. And as that flow meter senses an increase in pressure in the system, it's going to lower the speed of that pump. Interesting, right? Interesting. Okay. So the variable frequency drive is very important. Okay. Again, which in turn increases or decreases the speed of the pump to maintain a chosen flow rate throughout the filtration cycle. As the filter gets dirtier and the pressure in the system increases, the flow meter sees a decrease in flow and tells the drive to simply increase the speed to maintain the flow rate. Okay, so my bad. As it increases in dirt, the resistance changes. Now we need to push more water through there so that we can keep that same GPM going through that dirty filter as it was going through a clean filter. Make sense? Okay, makes sense to me. All right, so that's where we're at. This not only saves energy, but from a clarity point of view, dirt load in the filter actually helps to filter out finer particles of dirt. So it's okay, actually good to allow dirt to accumulate inside the filter. Man, it's a beautiful thing. So remember, flow meters connected to variable speed drives. As the flow decreases, it speeds up the motor so that we can maintain GPM going through that filter, which keeps our pool clear as we need it to be, y'all. Man, it's a beautiful thing. What y'all think about that article? It's a pretty short one. What you think about it? I thought it was pretty cool. Like I said, it's information. You know, when the backwash. Again, before it was 10 to 20, 0 to 10, 15 to 25, whatever that 10 mark was. But with a variable speed pump, that rule goes out the window. So all we do in this case is we program that variable frequency drive to basically increase the speed of the motor to keep the same GPM as that flow meter begins to sense that the flow is decreasing based on the filter being dirty, which means flow decreasing equivalates to filter being dirty, which equivalates to that filter, to the frequency driver. I need ramp up. We need more speed. Kick into that second speed so that we can keep things going. All right. So dirty filters, more speed, more energy. Clean filters, less speed, less energy. So it is what it is. But it's a good. But again, it's the fact that they've made this and the powers to be keep coming up with new technology is awesome. It only makes it better, and it increases the efficiency of the pool service tech as well as decreases the amount of time that I have to be in your yard trying to backwash them filters. So it's a win-win situation. Now, backwashing of the filter is already included in your monthly fee, so it's not going to cost you anything. It affects me and my time, right? But like anything else, time is of the essence. It is what it is. All right. So on that note, hey man, we've completed this video. Another addition to our education series. Make sure you go back and check them all out. Bring yourself up to speed, and let's communicate. Let's talk about it. Remember, you can always hit us up in the chat. Okay, chats they come to me. So even if it's a week later, two weeks later, I'll get it. Let's talk about it. You can also be a little bit more direct and email me at haywoodspoolspa@gmail.com, right? And then we can talk that way. Or you can give me a call, 323-781-6329, as it pertains to pool and spas. And let's go through it, man. If again, I don't have 20, 30 years of experience under my belt, but I have some experience being in a mechanical type field, right? When it comes to being mechanically inclined, troubleshooting and things of that nature, I'm your guy, okay? And if I'm not your guy, I'll be your guy because I'm going to go get that information and I'll get back to you with an answer so that we can keep this thing moving forward. All right. As usual, transparency is the key. Transparency equals trust. Trust is how you get more clientele. More clientele is how you actually build a business out of this thing. All right. So with that being said, man, it's your guy, Mr. Haywood, owner and operator, Haywood Pool and Spa. You have witnessed another addition to our education series. I think right now we're up to part 9 with maybe 1 or 2 more parts to go. So with that being said, we love you to life. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to hang out with Mr. Haywood. And man, you know what? The people at Haywood Pool and Spa, we truly love it. We truly thank you. Please consider us to be your pool professional. And with that being said, man, we love you to life. We'll see you at the next pool.